Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, or whenever you happen to be watching this video, and welcome to today's Saturday surprise workout. Today we are going to be doing lower body, and it's going to incorporate a little bit of what is considered functional core. So we're not going to be doing crunches and things like that, but we're going to still be engaging our core while we do our workout today. This workout can be completed 100% body weight only. If you have dumbbells, I encourage you to grab dumbbells and incorporate them into your workout. And then if you have a loop band, I also encourage you to add that into the workout. That's going to help you get a little bit more outer thigh, a little bit more hamstrings and glutes. But again, you can complete this entire workout body weight only. That is kind of the great thing about lower body, is it's a lot easier to do workouts no equipment versus upper body, which can be a little bit more challenging. So you decide what you want to do today. No equipment, dumbbells, loop bands, or dumbbells and loop bands. It's completely up to you. I would also say grab a little bit of water. Where I am, it's starting to get warm. It is very wet today, but it's also starting to get warm. So always remember to drink plenty of fluids. And I think that's about it. We've got 3 circuits that are standing and up that have between 2 and 3 exercises. 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, and 2 rounds. And then we're going to head down to the floor to do a few exercises down there. You can also do a lot of those exercises standing or sitting in a chair or using a chair for support if that is what you need today. So just remember, you don't have to get down on the floor. I'm going to have to either pick one or the other. I have just the teeniest little bit of vertigo today. It's not bad, but it's enough that it's just annoying. So I don't know if I will be doing the up and down like I normally would for demonstration. So I'll try to show the standing options before I go down to the floor for those of you that don't want to stand up today. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Just a little bit of a warm up. All right, we're going to start with just a toe lift. I always say start from the ground up. Right foot only, we're going to rock toe and heel, toe and heel. And as always, adjust this workout to suit your needs today. So if you're not able to do squats today, you can always do chair stands. Switching feet right here, lift and lift. Here's 4, 3, 2, right leg, we're going to swing it front and back. Hold on to something if you need to. I want you to be able to focus on waking up the hips. So hold on to something if you're feeling a little unsteady. 2, switching over to the other side, lift and lift. And you can always do a heel and a toe if you're just really struggling today. We'll see how I do. 3, 2, take it out to the side. We're going to go out and in. So if you can come to the midline of the body, great. If you can cross a little bit, even better. This one I usually do like to hold on to a wall. 2, switching sides, out to in, out and in. So we're waking up the hips. So it's just a nice good swing, finding that range of motion that your hips are okay with. 3, 2, all right, switching legs, toe up, heel down, just a nice good hip circle. Change direction. 4, 3, switching over to the other side, lift, circle it. Try not to let the hip go to the front, try to keep it right next to you. Switching directions. Just 4, 3, all right, hip cars, so up, open, rotate, and again, up, open, rotate, and down. 2 more, and then we're gonna change direction. Up, open, rotate, now out to the side, side, drop, circle it around. Side, drop, circle it around. Working on that hip, it's okay if your circles are down here. Side, rotate, switching legs. So up, open, rotate, and down. Up, open, rotate. Lift. You may notice one side tends to work better than the other. Change direction, side, drop, circle it around. Side, drop, circle. Lift, turn. One more. All right, slow deadlift in the center, feet hip width apart. Bring it up nice and tall. So good test. Are we hinging from our hips? So we don't want to hinge from our back here, and we don't want to go down and then round our back. You should not feel this in your low back. So you should just feel like you're bracing. So nice, good hinge, down and lift. Good, we're gonna speed it up a little bit, so hinge and tall. Belly's in. It's a nice, good braced core position. This is where we incorporate core without crunches. 2. Slow squat. Keep that little bit of a tuck. Drop down and stand. So sit, sit, push through your heels. It's an entire flat foot. We're trying to get the entire leg to do the work. Good, so just make sure we're not here. This tends to happen a lot. So we're like chest up, but it means buns out. Nope, chest up, little tuck. Just a little one. Bring it all the way up, hands behind the ears. Nice weighted march, or unweighted march here. We do have a weighted march. This is one of our exercises today. You'll really feel this in your hips if you've got a loop band on. Hamstring curls, press it back. So think about scraping the mud off the bottom of your shoe. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3. We're gonna side step right here, tap and tap. Nice, good press back. Here's 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna curtsy lunge. So take it cross and center, cross and center. I can't believe I put these in the workout today, but I did. If you were with me in strong yesterday, good. Speed it up, cross and cross. We did quite a few curtsy lunges yesterday. 4, 3, 2. Good, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders, grab a quick drink of water. If you are going to use a loop band, go ahead and grab your loop band. You're gonna keep that band on for the standing circuits, or as long as you can. If you don't have a loop band, you're still gonna do the exercises without it. This is just gonna get a little bit more hips. And since it's quite a bit, I encourage you to maybe use a light to medium band. When we have our loop bands, the important thing to keep an eye out for is we're not here. We're not allowing the band to pull our knees in. We are gently pressing out to hold a good position. That's what's gonna get our side glutes and our hips engaged. So don't let the band pull you in, press it out. But grab a couple dumbbells. We're gonna do 1 deadlift, 1 squat. And then we're going to do a lateral walk. So we're gonna do side stepping. If you don't have a band, hold your dumbbells or sit back a little bit deeper. And again, we're leading with the hips and the knees, not with the feet. So 45 seconds, 1 deadlift, 1 squat in 3, 2, and 1. So nice, good 45 seconds, feet hip width, press those knees out just a little bit. We're gonna hinge, and then we're gonna squat. So down and up. So good hinge, forward and up, sit down, forward and up. And it doesn't have to be anything super fast. Remember, we're going for strength here, working on a little technique. Hinge it forwards, stand it up, drop it down, push through the heels. Nice, good sit. So we should feel like we're engaging our outer thighs a little bit. It's helping us keep a nice, good knee position. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. You can decide if you want to hold on to a dumbbell or if you want to do body weight. It's completely up to you. I'm going to see how this one goes. I'm going to hold on to my dumbbell. I'm going to push my hips back, little squat, and I'm going to sidestep it. Notice I'm not letting my feet get really close together, okay? I'm also not taking my feet out and forgetting about my knees. Press out with those knees, engage those hips. There's quite a bit of glute and outer thigh today. We are going to get inner thigh. We are going to get hips as well as quads and hamstrings. So it's a little bit of everything for lower body. You are bracing your core here. Teeny, tiny little crunch to help support your spine. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. We're gonna repeat round number 2. 1 deadlift, 1 squat. So feet hip width apart. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders down, little teeny tiny crunch. Hinge it forward, bring it up, squat it down, and stand. So hinge, lift, sit, and push. When you're doing a deadlift, you want to think as soon as your hips stop moving, that's where you come back up again. You don't have to touch the floor. It's about that tension and trying to keep tension on those hamstrings, on those glutes. So it's a little different than if you were doing a forward fold in like a yoga class. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Bring it into the center. A little shakeout. We're gonna do a lateral walk. So shoulders down. And when I say little crunch, I just mean little crunch. Just tighten it up. Here we go. Push the hips back, stepping out, side to side. I'm able to get about 4 steps. If you just need to do 1 and 1, do 1 and 1. You're okay. So you can do 1 and 1, 2 and 2, whatever you have space for. If you've got a really big area, maybe you can do 10 steps to one side, 10 steps to the other. Use your space, use what you have. And I don't know about anybody else, but I feel it a lot more on one side than the other. So that lets me know that side is a little bit weaker. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Super quick drink if you need it. I'm keeping my band on. We're gonna move on. Circuit number 2. We're gonna do a lunge, right side. A lunge, left side. Then we're gonna do a weighted march. So adjust my timer. All right, again, with or without the band, with or without dumbbells. Lunge, right side only, in 3, 2, and 1. So just nice and tall. I'm gonna step it back, lunge, and come up. Lunge, and come up. So front knee is staying about over our shoelaces. Sometimes we press that front knee out. I want you to think about dropping the back knee down towards the floor. If you've got the band, you're also focusing on not letting that band pull your knee in and keeping your knee tracking over your shoelaces between your big toe and your pinky toe. What else are you getting? Your left leg, the one that's stepping back, you're getting a little glutes here. 3, 2, and 1. Little shake out. So you're getting a little glutes on the side that's stepping back. So shoulders down, getting ready. Lunges left side. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So step it back, lunge, and tap it up. Now I've got the fabric loop band on, which I really enjoy for leg work. It doesn't cut into my leg. However, they are bigger, typically. Not quite as stretchy. So if you're somebody that has bigger thighs, fabric bands, give them a shot. If you struggle with the ones that are just the kind of like the rubber, the latex, try fabric. They tend to be a little bit of a bigger loop. But on stuff like this, sometimes they like to slide down on me. Just a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, weighted march. No dumbbells, 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbell. Right here. Shoulders, chest, your call. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Lift, lift, just like this. So we're working our hip flexors here. We're working our core. Try not to wobble and lean. So you want to try not to have a super, super wide stance. We're just marching straight up, marching straight down. Push the floor away. So whatever you happen to be using, if you're using a band or not, push the floor away while you lift the other leg. Try to get it parallel to the floor. And again, we're not here, right? 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. I'm giving myself my 15 seconds, give my hands a break. Going back for lunges. This round I am stepping forward into my lunge. Keep stepping back if you need to. 2, and 1. So stepping forwards, push it back. This just changes things a little bit. A lunge is a lunge, but now I'm making the movement a little different by stepping back instead of going forward, by stepping forwards instead of going backwards. If you have knee issues, a lot of times it's easier to just do the backward step. It's more natural to keep your knee in a good position, but it's also good to practice this. We have 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little shakeout. We're going to switch it. Go for the other side. This is also, if you're going heavier, this is a really, really good way to work on grip strength. Just holding heavy items. Here we go. Lunge it. Just holding heavy items is going to help you improve your grip strength. So even without any movement, my grip is getting stronger just because I'm holding a 15-pound dumbbell in each hand. But I also feel it. I'm getting a little tired. And for a lot of people, when they start lifting heavier, their grip strength is what gives out. Your grip, your forearms, those give out before the big muscles like your back and your legs. 3, 2, and 1. So shake it out. So if you can work on your grip strength, that will help. Some people like to use straps, and that's okay too. Here's 2 and 1, weighted march. So use the straps when you need to, but also work on grip strength, trying to lift heavier without using straps as well. It's kind of a good mix. It's like if you've ever had to wear a knee brace. Usually the doctor says, wear it when you're exercising or doing a lot of walking. Take it off when you're not, so that you don't let those muscles get weak because they're relying on that knee brace. It's kind of the same thing. Don't let your muscles always rely on a strap. Strengthen the muscles as well. So just a little bit of both. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Grab a little bit of a drink. Give the hands a break, legs a break. Moving on, circuit number 3. If you do want to take your loop band off, this is the circuit to do it, for sure. We are going to do a curtsy lunge with a knee lift on the right, curtsy lunge with a knee lift on the left, and then we're going to do heels elevated squats. Dumbbells that don't roll away, roll up your mat is another option. Roll up your mat, put it underneath your heels, or regular squat is okay too. So the heels elevated just changes, makes it a little bit more of a quad knee based exercise. But holding your dumbbell probably up at your chest, we're gonna do a curtsy lunge And then we're gonna do a knee lift a little bit out to the corner. 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. We're gonna do a curtsy lunge. Come up, hold it, lift your knee, slow and steady. Curtsy, lift, knee up. I want it slow. I want it slow. I want you to push that floor away. I want you to use that hip flexor muscle to lift your knee. Check your body position. We don't want to turn on our body, turn on our foot, turn your knee. I want you hips, knees, pointing mostly to the front, torso pointing forwards. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little shake out. Give it a little bit of a break. Good, get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. So curtsy, push through, lift that knee. Down, up, lift, drop, tall, knee to the corner. So really think, push that floor away. You're gonna get your glutes, you're gonna get your quads, hip flexors, and core all in one. So good drop, good lift, drive the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, grab a dumbbell. Heels elevated squats. Heels elevated squats. Here's 2 and 1. So brace core, drop, and up. Again, this is a little bit more knee. We're able to stay a little bit taller, a little more upright. Drop and lift. Now again, this is 1. If your heels are up, don't bend your body forwards, okay? We shouldn't be doing a huge lean. Most people, if you're a little tight in your ankles, this is gonna help you. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. So going back, curtsy with a knee lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now you have an option, curtsy. You can always just do a knee tap. So curtsy, toe tap, but I want you to try that knee lift. If you're really struggling and you're like, oh, my knee gets stuck partway and it's not working, take the band off. Take the band off. So you always modify. We're doing a lot of legs today. You don't have to do everything with the band, with the dumbbell. I want you to be able to walk tomorrow. Good, 10 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. 2 more exercises standing. Who needs cardio when we've got strength training? Especially if you're lifting a little heavier, that heart rate is going to get elevated. Here we go. So curtsy, lift, knee up. Curtsy, lift, knee up. This is really good balance work right here. This is our test. Are we using our hip to lift, not your abs? Your abs are stabilizing. Your hips are lifting. Good, 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep breaths, shake it out. We're gonna do heels elevated squats. And remember, just roll up your mat. That's a good place to start. Or low dumbbell. It doesn't have to be super high. Your time is on. I have a little split in my floor. So I'm trying to kind of straddle it. So it's really uncomfortable stepping on that space with bare feet. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Less than 15 seconds. Deep breaths. We got this. Four, three, two, and one. All right, weights down. Shake it out. Grab a quick drink. We're gonna head down to the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and take my loop band off because we have 8 exercises down on the floor, and a couple of them would work really well with the loop band, but then we go right into ones that don't. If you wanna keep your loop band on for the donkey kicks and the fire hydrants, go for it, but take it off for the dead bug with the inner and outer thigh, and then the bridges and the inner thigh lifts. So you can do halfway. Let me get the timer set up. Grabbing a drink. If you're staying standing, donkey kick. Chair if you've got it, brace your core. Donkey kick right here, not arching the back. Donkey kick. Fire hydrant is a side leg lift. Okay? If you're doing the dead bug with the heel tap, you can do a wide march, or you can do a standing core rotation to get some ab work. Walking bridge, you're gonna do hamstring curls. Hamstring curls. For the inner thigh lift, you're gonna stand, rotate that hip out, lift and lower, trying not to come all the way down. I want you to kind of do it at the top half or the top 3/4, doing that inner thigh lift. Rest of us are gonna head down to the floor. Hands and knees, put something underneath your knees if you need to. If you have problems with your knees, instead of, you roll up a mat, instead of putting it under your knee, put it just underneath your knee at the top of your tibia, the top of your shin. It'll hold you off the ground. There's no pressure on your knees. But we're gonna do donkey kick and fire hydrant, one side only. Let's start with the right in 3, 2, and 1. Nice and tall, belly braced. We're gonna donkey kick, squeeze, and bring it in. Squeeze. So start with a bent knee and then extend. The goal is to get a good squeeze of your buns. It is not to arch your back, just to get your leg as high as you possibly can. Brace your core. Good squeeze. Lift and extend. It's okay if your lift and extend is just in line with the floor, getting parallel. If you can go higher, awesome. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. Fire hydrant, side leg lift without rotating your pelvis. So without rotating the hips and lifting one hip higher than the other, side leg lift. Here we go. Brace your core, lift and lower, lift and lower. So try not to lift and rotate by turning your hips up and out. I'm gonna give you an option. Remember, we're doing all of these once. I'm gonna give you an option halfway through to add in a little bit of a side kick. And you can be down on your opposite forearm. Good, so lift it up, side kick, and bring it in. So you're adding a little bit of quad here, up and out. You can do this standing as well. Side leg lift, and then extend the knees. Kind of a roundhouse kick if you're standing. 3, 2, 1. Little bit of a rest. Shake it out. We're going for donkey kick on the other side, switching over to the left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brace your core, bring it in, squeeze and extend. Squeeze and extend. So I felt okay to start. Started getting into those last 20 to 15 seconds, and I was definitely starting to feel my glutes. So if you start getting tired, give yourself a break. If you start feeling burning, give yourself a break. It's always quality over quantity. We've done a lot of legs today, especially if you were using dumbbells and bands with me, but even body weight, less than 10 seconds. I can definitely tell that this side is my strong side. 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back, a little bit of a break. Deep breaths. We're gonna go for our fire hydrants. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So brace your core, lift, and down. So we're just trying to get the foot or the leg about parallel to the floor. Mine doesn't quite get there. It's close, but it doesn't quite get to parallel. Try not to let your hip rotate out, and don't let your foot rotate towards the floor. Straight out to the side and back down. This one is one where it's tricky. Sometimes we start to pull it forwards. Our hip flexor takes over. If you haven't started already, add in that side kick. So side and out. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna flip it onto our backs. We're gonna get a little bit of hips, a little bit of inner thigh, but getting that core on your back, dead bug position. Start with your knees in, brace the core. We're gonna open our legs wide, tap the heels out, bring it right back up. Your time is on, so heel down, squeeze the inner thighs together. Heel down, squeeze. Heel down, squeeze. Getting core, working those hip flexors, working those inner thighs. Good, 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Our walking bridge. We're going to walk our heels away from our butt and then walk them back towards our butts. So we're just trying to straighten our legs and then bend the knees. So we're lifting up into our bridge right here. Let's walk it out and then walk it in. So heels out, feet in. How far you go is completely up to you. The farther out you go, the harder this is, the more you're gonna get hamstrings. Yes? So try to walk it out, out, in, and in. Keep those hips lifted as much as you can. I'm alternating which leg leads. This is a lot of back of the body here. We've got 12 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself a little bit onto one side, with or without a dumbbell. Your top leg is in back, your bottom leg is a little bit out in front. We're resting on our side glute. We're gonna lift and we're gonna lower. Lift and lower, right here. Make it a little harder. Rest a dumbbell on your inner thigh, but hold your hand in place. Place it there so the weight doesn't roll in towards you. If you don't want to use a weight, don't use a weight. Check your position. We don't want to be right on our hip. We really are on the side of our butt. Lift and lower, and it's okay if your lift and lower is down here. Yes? Good, last 10 seconds. Can you hold it at the top? The top, so top half. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Switching it over to the other side. You can roll over. I'm turning around. This is our last exercise for today. So roll back a little bit, side butt, 2 and 1. Good. So lift and lower. Try not to have a bent knee and try not to just flip your foot up, right? Nice, good straight leg lift. Try again. Also, maybe don't come way out in front. Try to keep it kind of close. A lot of strength training and working on building muscle is a lot of technique. A lot of technique. Get the technique dialed in before you start adding weights, especially when you start talking about things like squats and lunges, bench press, just about anything. Work on technique before you add in the load. It's going to help prevent injury. Good, 10 seconds. Can we hold it at the top? It's kind of a pulse, but I really just want you to find that top half of your range of motion. And I'm feeling this right in the crease of my groin. Good job. Weights down. Give yourself a little bit of a break. A little rest. Move any equipment out of the way if you need to. So nice deep breaths in. See how your body is feeling. Surprisingly, personally, I'm feeling pretty good. I didn't really get a lot of burning today, which to me is a good thing. Let's start with our 90-90s. To me, that's a good thing. It means that I wasn't just focusing on one particular muscle group all at the same time. I don't want to say dispersing it. I was spreading out the love between the entire leg. Which to me feels like a good thing because I was able to keep really good technique. I was able to use my heavy-ish weights. So I was using 2 15s for my weights today for most of the exercises. And then I was using a light fabric loop band. All right, let's take it all the way over to the right. We're gonna open up the front leg as much as we can into 90-90. Back leg, bend it as needed. We're gonna sit nice and tall, and I want you to kind of split your shin in half. So it's a good hinge, loading your glute. So you should feel this stretch in the outer hip and thigh. For those of us that were using our loop band, this stretch is probably gonna feel amazing. Bring it up. We're going to take our front leg, bend it as needed, open up the back leg as much as we can, and we're going to just drop our hip down towards the floor. It's not going to touch, and then we're going to squeeze our glute to come forwards. So a little drop back and a little drop forwards, or push forwards. And the focus really is on the push forwards, but it's a little bit of mobility. This is my tight side, so I feel this kind of in the entire outer thigh area. So I can feel those tight tendons and ligaments and muscles. Good, bring it up. We're gonna switch it over to the other side, same thing. So nice and tall, we're gonna open up that front leg, 90-90, back leg, bend it as needed, and we're gonna do a little hinge forwards. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up, same thing. Bend the front leg, open up that back one as much as you can. We're gonna drop the hip back and then we're gonna squeeze the glute and push it forwards. If you're sitting or you're standing, you can do a lunge position and just do a squeeze or a front knee push forwards and then come back. Goal is we're pressing the hip open and then relaxing. And this is a little kind of internal and external rotation, a little bit. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it into the center. Let's go ahead and come up onto hands and knees. Standing is just fine, and we're going to do hip circles. So inhale to the right, exhale in the middle, and then go to the left. So nice, good hip circles. You can do these standing. Just a standing hip circle. Good, let's go the other direction. So inhale, out to the side, circle around. Three, two, and one. We're gonna go ahead, sit our hips back towards our heels, reach our arms out, stretching. So a little bit of upper body, but a little bit of back, a little bit of knees, stretching out those glutes. Pull yourself forwards. We're gonna come to a variation of up dog or cobra. Point your toes, drop your hips. If this is not comfortable for you, go all the way down onto your tummy, on your elbows and forearms in Sphinx, or all the way down, resting your chin on your hands into just a nice good hip flexor stretch, but that one is a more spine safe exercise. So you can be here, you can be here, whatever works better for you. Good, let's go ahead and sit it back a little bit. We're gonna come for a runner's lunge. Right foot by your right hand. If you're standing, you can do this with your hands on a chair. We're gonna start with just a little wiggle of that front leg. If you are tighter, your back leg might be closer and your hands might be on a chair, or you might be standing. Good, and just focus on a nice good stretch here. Opening up that hip. This is some inner thigh, a little bit of glutes. Sit it back, switching over to the other side, left foot by your left hand. Drop that back knee down to the floor, opening up your hip, trying to hold a neutral spine. If we're tight, we might be here, and this isn't helping us the way we want, so adjust your body position until you're able to get a nice good stretch, and we're gonna do that wiggle, wiggle. So this wiggle is a little wiggle. Don't have to get your foot like all the way off the floor or anything like that, just little wiggles. Good, and just hold, focus on that stretch. All right, sit it back. We're gonna come up to standing. No judgments how you get here today. I am focusing on keeping my head above my heart. So when I go from a low squat, kind of like this, to a standing one, that I always end up feeling a little bit dizzy. So I'm gonna take my time coming up. And again, I've got the teeniest little bit of vertigo today. I think I just moved wrong when I was sleeping. So big breath in. Exhale, I'm going to hinge straight legs. Just a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. Trying to keep my knees straight. I don't want to push on my knees. I can push on my thighs just a little bit, but I'm supporting my upper body. And again, I'm not going all the way forward folded to the floor. If anybody else has issues with your blood pressure, probably don't do a forward fold here. So as in, don't go, nose to knees. Bring it up. Take a couple nice deep breaths in right here. And exhale. One more time, big breath in. And out. And you are all done. So I want you to give yourself a nice good pat on the back. I kind of enjoyed that workout. It was hard, but it wasn't impossible, at least for me personally. Let me know what you thought. Let me know on, in the comments or on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page. But I hope you enjoyed that workout. We're here every Saturday, 8 o'clock. I will have some time off coming up this summer. But for the most part, I am usually here, or I do live classes on Zoom Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Central, and then Wednesday and Friday at 7 a.m. Central. We have cardio and strength a couple of days. We've got strength training a couple days. We have Strong Nation on Fridays, mobility and stretch on Fridays, cardio kickboxing on Wednesdays. So if you love cardio kickboxing, every Wednesday, 8 a.m. And memberships and prices are really, really reasonable, I promise. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed that workout, and I hope to see you in class again. So bye.